Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today, I'd like to speak about the chaos that is taking place in the Middle East and in the Islamic countries. However, before I start, because many people, Arabic speaking people as well as English speaking people, probably from non speaking Arabic people, but they are Muslim, they are accusing me that I'm uh, like Christian, Coptic, Egyptian Coptic, and hiding, pretending that I was a Muslim. Here, is there any cross here? Do you see any cross on my wrist? No. Okay. Now I'm going to show you my name. I'm hiding some of the information because I don't want the terrorists to know everything about me. Okay. This is my recent passport, and that's my picture, and that's my name clearly printed as it is on YouTube. Okay. That's the reason. The one before that, of course, it's expired, so they dig a hole in it. Same thing, it's just the picture. I was a bit younger. Same name. Before that, if you don't know how to read Arabic, have somebody to read it for you. Let's see. Let's see here. If you don't see it, have somebody to read. If you don't know how to read Arabic, have somebody to read it for you. This is the very old passport. Okay, so I don't want anybody to accuse me anymore. It's not that I'm ashamed to be Christian or Jewish, or I wish I were. I wish I were. Okay, let me put it this way. I wish I were. Why? Because those who are so proud to be Muslim and to be uh, Arabs, what are you proud of? Okay, Israel, a small nation, is the fourth country in the whole world to send mission to the moon. The fourth. America was number one. The Soviet Union, not Russia, when it was a bloc, the Soviet Union. China, Israel, the small country that few Arab nations are trying to exterminate it, are threatening its own existence. Okay, this is the nation that is most, actually, they are very advanced technologically, scientifically, and in all other fields. So if you really tell me that I'm Israeli, I will tell you I wish I were. Okay, that means I am on a higher level of intelligence. What did the Arab do? What did they achieve? What is their accomplishment to be so proud being an Arab? Nothing. Yet it is brainwashing, or anyway, wherever Islam sets foot, retardation, uh, theft, destruction, all evil elements appear. And when we look at the countries that in front of us today. I said it before and I'm repeating this again. Islam entered most countries by the sword, by force, and therefore the time has come. It's not that I'm wishing it, but you came by force, you are leaving the same way you entered. Should the Muslim have sent missionaries like the Christian or the Buddhist to other countries to spread their religion? Even if you leave, it will be a smooth exit. It will be peaceful exit. Let's say the people of Egypt or Turkey or whatever country that has percentage of Christian. Final, let's say they came to the conclusion we don't want Christianity anymore. Okay, Christianity will actually disappear without bloodshed. But Islam came by the sword, hence it will have to leave by force. Well, there is no usage of sword now, but it will be a bloodshed. Why do I say that? I'm not really wishing it, but it is happening already. And I warned because I could see the signs almost. Sudan. Sudan now, the Sudanese people are very unhappy to a point that they are actually demonstrating in front of Ministry of Defense, which is really bad offense. This is, imagine, whoever served in the military, it doesn't matter. Let's say you are guarding certain building and a high level rank of the military is coming and he does not identify himself and he tries to enter. Order to shoot and shoot to kill. Period. You don't know who this is and he's not identifying himself, you kill. So these people are taking a great risk to demonstrate in front of the uh, Ministry of Defense. This, it tells us that they are fed up. Fed up. And to come to this, it means they how do you say it? They endured so much. And that's it. The last straw that it broke the camel's back. And the Sudanese authority, unfortunately, they are dealing with the situation because there are girls who are demonstrating alongside with men. They actually capture to scare the people and to intimidate. They are using stupid tactic that it might actually spill on them, on the government. They capture girls and they disgrace them and they touch them and they I don't know exactly what they are doing, but they are really in the Middle East. This is a no-no, and they are using this just so that the girls can shy away, but actually that can make the situation much worse. Al-Bashir, as the president of Algeria, resign. Please do the same and save the blood of the Sudanese people. So what we see here is very interesting. It's all around Egypt, from east, west, north, and south. And if the fire catches in Egypt, because Egypt is like a major country in the Arab world, and although we are not really Arabs originally, but we speak Arabic now, so they call us Arabs, but we're not. We're not Arabs. This is an insult to call an Egyptian an Arab. Okay, this is like if you call a Mexican you're a Spaniard. No, Mexican is one thing, Spaniards is another. Or you call a Brazilian man you're Portuguese. He speaks Portuguese, but he's not Portuguese. So let's be clear about this. Okay, so this is from the south, Sudan, south of Egypt. Sudan very much in turmoil. From the west, Libya. Libya, yesterday, uh, there was a lot of fighting, and there are people who have been killed and injured. And Algeria is not much better either, even though the president resigned. Still, it's a very iffy situation. From the north, the election in Turkey, and Erdogan, he is calling to recount the votes because he knows he lost, but he is trying. I don't know, maybe he's inserting some tickets to raise up his. In the Muslim countries, this is very much possible. Corruption is, they call it taqiyya. They practice taqiyya. Okay, lying is permitted. He believed himself to be the caliphate, and the caliphate knows more than the average person. Therefore, he has the right to do whatever he wants. So, from the west, we said Libya uh, is very much in turmoil now. West of Egypt, plus Algeria. Algeria is very unstable, even though the president resigned. Uh, from the east, Saudi Arabia, because of the stupid behavior of the crown prince killing the journalist Khashoggi, Saudi Arabia really is in bad shape. And this guy trying to lay down, going east to Pakistan, to small countries in the east, trying to play that there's nothing happened. But recently, I read on the news that he is giving homes to the children of the journalist Khashoggi, worth millions of dollars, plus jobs that they will earn millions of dollars from these jobs. If I did not commit anything, why should I give them this money or these jobs or whatever? Why? This is waste of the taxpayers' money. If you didn't do any wrong, you shouldn't give them anything, any compensation. But this right away, it tells you that he's guilty. And my advice, honestly, I don't think the children of Khashoggi need my advice. Don't take this money. Don't take these jobs. I know it might be hard because they will make you take it. If possible, leave the country and talk, speak, try to leave the country. I know it's not easy. Okay, this is what we call, it's in the Quran, chapter 9, verse 60. This is like Muhammad used to reconcile the hearts of those of his enemies that he cannot destroy, or those who are borderline. The business looks good, Muhammad is looting a lot, but I don't feel he is a prophet or a messenger. So he would give them bribes from the looting he looted so that he can win them to his side. And this is practically what the crown or the clown prince is doing with the sons or the children of Khashoggi. He is bribing them. Your father will actually be turning in his grave. I'm sorry, even he doesn't have a grave because they destroyed his body, but I think this is very wrong to take money as a compensation for your father's blood. And we know that this guy, the clown prince, I emphasize clown, the clown prince of Saudi Arabia. Uh, Nowadays, we don't hear much about Yemen because he had to stop. He had to stop bombing Yemen. So there is relative peace. But even way before the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, In the 60s, the Yemenis are kind of divided. So that's not something new, and it could erupt again. The war could erupt again, even without the interference of Saudi Arabia. Uh, the last thing I would like to speak about is Brunei. Brunei is a small country, and the Sultan wants to apply the Sharia law to especially to those who commit adultery or fornication and for homosexual. I don't talk about the homosexual. I don't know much about it and I don't talk about it. It's none of my business. Something I don't know about, I shouldn't comment about. And that does not mean I agree with them, not at all. Okay, I have my concept, but I don't get into homosexuality. It's not the issue. All right. And by the way, it's not because I don't agree with it that I go and kill. Uh, I myself, okay, my position, I disagree with homosexuality. But if a person is practicing this in his home, hey, just I don't want to know about it. This for you at home, you can stand on your head if you want. Uh, it's none of my business to come and let me know what you do there. I don't want to hear it. Okay? It's your business. A person who commits adultery or fornication is the same thing. Who am I to tell them uh, what to do or what not to do? Okay? If a person is doing this, if it's not rape, okay, the only time I would actually interfere without being invited if a person is forced into something, if a person is getting raped against his or her wish, then this this is the time to take a stand and say no and help the victim. But if they are in agreement, leave me alone and leave them alone. It's not that I agree with what they are doing, but it is not the position of the Sultan of Brunei or any religious institute, leader or religious institute, whether it's a president, king, crown prince, or sultan, to implement morality. Morality is if I like the morality of a certain religion, this is my business to accept it and make it my own and apply it to my daily life. But there is that by force you have to accept the Sharia or whatever laws of a particular religion, this time has passed. So Islam, in my conclusion, Islam entered by force, and I spoke about this subject before, and it is now on its way out. And as it entered by force, it is now leaving by force. It entered by the sword, and now there is no sword, but there will be bloodshed, and we see the signs. It's not that I'm happy to see it or I want to see it, it's a fact, and it's happening. If Islam entered all the Islamic country today as other religions by sending missionary to invite people into that faith, if that was the case, then at certain point, let's say at certain point Turkey or any other Islamic country say, well, we are done with Christianity, we don't want Christianity anymore. Christianity did not fight by sword to get into Turkey. So what will happen? Christianity will fade away. If people don't want it, it will fade away in peace. As it built up in peace, like it grew up in most countries, it will fade away slowly. Somebody may come and comment to me and say, what about the crusade? The crusade was a defensive war. I know there was atrocity done in the crusade, but the crusade was initially a defensive war against the invasion that it went from Arabia to North Africa, going to Europe, and they wanted to dominate the whole world by force. If they did, the refugees of today, I don't know where would they go. If the whole world is Muslim and they murder each other, where would the refugees from the Muslim countries go? They destroyed their land and the culture wherever they went. And now there's no more to destroy. Look at Syria. So now they leave the destruction, they go to pioneer new areas to start to destroy. Islam, wherever it sets foot, it's a destructive force. Thank you very much, and we welcome your comments, even the negative ones. And as much as possible, I will try to accommodate. Thank you very much. See you again.